out there. Well, anyways, oh shoot. Don't have. Sorry about that. This probably sounds better, huh? Hopefully. Hey Mo, how's it going? I'm gonna do just a little bit tonight, just on my own here. But I got your support. Love you. Hey Gina, how's it going? Oh, this is cool. I'm up and running. I figured it out. Oh wow, cool. Right on. Well, let's get this party started. So we're going to talk about hexes and Kavanaugh and basically how it affects us as Christians and patriots and all that kind of stuff. So this last week they had a hex that the Catland bookstore put on in Brooklyn, New York by a witch. And it was real interesting. Here, I'll give you a little sneak peek here.
The left is still so angry over the recent confirmation of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh that some are resorting to witchcraft to hurt him. That's right. A coven of witches is gathering in Brooklyn as we speak to place a hex on Justice Kavanaugh in hopes that evil will come his way. Earlier, I spoke with Dakota Bracciale, who is the leader of this occult group. All right, so Dakota, you're a witch.
Yeah.
And you are going to use witchcraft against Justice Kavanaugh.
Yep.
What is the ritual that you are undertaking?
Well, like traditionally in witchcraft, we don't share, most people don't share the exact particulars of the ritual.
Can you give me a hint?
Well, there will be effigies, photos, graveyard dirt, coffin nails, open flames, the whole bit.
Whoa, whoa. So will an effigy of Kavanaugh be burned by the witches?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a picture of Kavanaugh will be burned?
Yes.
What will you be doing with the graveyard dirt?
So that goes in a container spell, which is basically when you take a jar, fill it with ingredients, seal it, and then burn candles on it. And it's like a continuing spell that you can then re-up on anytime.
Is there a cauldron involved?
Yeah, that's where the fire will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And has these things worked in the past, these hexes?
Yeah, we feel like they have.
How have you proven that they've worked? And who else have you hexed?
Well, we hexed Trump last summer. We did 3 cumulative rituals. So there was one in June, one in July, one in August. And since then, a lot has come out. I mean, the hex... So a lot of people take it as like hexing is to like make that person die or like do something horrible to them. But it all really depends specifically on like what you're trying to do, right? And that's all in the wording and all in the intention. For us, it's about exposing these people because we believe that they are fundamentally dishonest and fundamentally unethical. And so we want that to be exposed.
Perhaps the Trump hex didn't work because the president is winning over and over again.
Well, I think that depends on how you define winning. On our side of things, we feel that since last summer, we have the Russia probe, which has led to, I mean, how many convictions does it take to figure out that it's not necessarily a victory so far?
So you believe the hex on Trump worked, and now you will be hexing Brett Kavanaugh as well. Are you a peaceful witch? Are you an evil witch? How would you describe yourself?
I don't necessarily ascribe either to myself because I don't think that anything in our universe or in our world is as cut and dry as good and evil. I don't think that people are fundamentally good or evil. I think that everyone has.
Well, excuse me. Water's World is good.
Oh, really? Okay. That's a relief, I guess. But that also depends on your definition of good. I mean, for example, religiously, right? Like every religion in the world would have a different definition for what the right action would be. There's some general tenets that most of them adhere to, but I mean, everyone has their different idea of morality and what constitutes a moral action.
Do you think that the witchcraft that you guys are pursuing makes the left and anti-Kavanaugh and anti-Trump people look a little silly?
I really wouldn't mind if it did. I mean, I think, you know, one of the things I do want to make sure that we get to discuss between us is this isn't just about the right. This is absolutely also about the left. I mean, I've said repeatedly.
Oh, well, you know what? You should cast a spell on Hillary Clinton.
I don't really.
She's actually already been cursed.
I don't
Leave
know
her alone. What about Nancy Pelosi?
With my morals, I'm not really about like kicking someone while they're already down.
Well, isn't that what Eric Holder wants to do?
I don't know. I kind of feel like with Hillary, she's already not doing too well and needs to maybe just maybe a hex of silence would be good just for a little while.
You're a Bernie bro, aren't you?
No, not
Are you
at
a
all.
Bernie witch?
No, not at all. I like a lot of what Bernie has to say. I don't agree with everything that he has to say.
Okay.
I think that in a lot of ways he will sort of espouse very hard leftist rhetoric and then in practice doesn't actually carry through with
All right.
it.
Well, for a witch, you know a lot about politics.
You have to.
Dakota, thank you very much. Let's get a look at these rings. Look at these rings and nails, everybody. Could we get a tight?
So you guys see right there, there's a, there are people out there who believe that this is just. They believe this is justice. They believe that this is okay. And they believe they're actually doing a good thing. They believe this is a really good cause. And I believe the reason why this is happening is because we as a society are making it okay. And what I mean by that is we're desensitizing ourselves, we're desensitizing our children at the same time. I mean, and the reason why I bring this up, this witch hex means nothing. It's like duck on water on a duck's back, because I mean, Kavanaugh is covered by the sanctity of God. There's really nothing for him to worry about, or we don't even have to worry about rebuking. It doesn't work. What we do have to worry about is the residual effect it has on our society when what we are saying and what we are approving of. We have a holiday that's coming up, Halloween, and in the 40 years in my life, I've seen Halloween progress. I mean, it was cute and, you know, pumpkins and black cats and bats and ghosts. Now it's becoming something where we are glorifying death. We're glorifying gore. We're glorifying, you know, I love my neighbors, but they have, you know, serial killers hanging from their porch. And, you know, the creepiness is not, you know, it's fun to be scared, but what we're really doing is we are putting our defenses down and we're making things normal. And as our children, our younger generation sees what we're doing, that it's going to be normal to them. It's not a big deal. And this is why we're seeing a huge amount of shootings in our schools. And, you know, and some people, there was even an interview on Fox with their liberal Sherpa, and she was saying it's just all in good fun. It's a way for people to get together and, you know, feel like they're doing something right. And, you know, they're not realizing what they're doing. They're actually opening, the only people that are getting hurt are the people who are actually doing the hex, who are doing the spells and who are practicing in witchcraft. Here in Galatians 5:19-21, the acts of the flesh are obvious: sexual immorality, impurity, debauchery, idolatry, and witchcraft, hate, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, distension, factions, and envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the like. I warn you, as I did before, those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of God. You guys, this is serious stuff. I mean, God has put people to death in that who have sought after mediums and sought after witchcraft. We have to put our faith in God. We have to put our trust in God. We have to understand that that is, you know, there's been a, you know, the new people are, you know, the lukewarm Christians, I would say. They go seek advice from mediums, thinking that they're speaking to their loved ones that crossed, and that's not true. I mean, in the Bible, it's very specific about that. You are not talking to the loved one. You are actually talking to a demon. Some of the stuff that you get is actually true, but that's stuff that those demons have knowledge of. That is not who you are really talking to, and you are opening yourself for a demonic attack. And as the days get closer to the end of time, we are actually getting to where you're gonna get attacked. It's not Republican versus Democrat. It's not, you know, liberal versus conservative. It's actually good versus evil. This is a battle of principalities, and we have to be strong. We have to be diligent, and that's what we need to focus on as we come upon this holiday. We need to put our focus on God, not on costumes or the foolishness in it. I know I'm the first one who wants to have fun and be, you know, joke around, and, you know, you guys saw this week. But anyways, it was all in good fun, but we have to be careful. We have to really be careful. You know, if if we're called to Christ on Halloween and you're dressed up in, you know, a goofy costume, you know, is that the way you want to see Jesus? Is that the way you want to meet him in heaven? I mean, we really need to be prepared, and we really need to understand what's going on. And two, this is an attack on our younger generation. And, you know, it is a spiritual battle, Gina. It's, you know, we have to encounter these people because it's so mainstream now. I mean, if you just walk down, maybe I'll do it later this week and show you what's going on my street. But, you know, if you walk down, there's like demons and ghosts. I mean, very scary stuff. You know, if you're not, you know, I know where I'm going, and none of that stuff scares me. But to somebody who's not saved, especially to a child, that's very scary, very desensitizing to them. You know, and I came across I heard about Taylor Swift, you know, being demonic or whatnot, and you know, whether it's rumors or not. And then I finally saw on a video, it was some music award or something, and I was blown away. This is no longer consequences or coincidences or symbolism that could, maybe not. This was blatant, in your face Satanism right there. And you guys, our kids are seeing this, and our kids are accepting this. This is okay. I mean, look at this guy that, you know, was on there. The morality is gone. You know, this is stuff that we are supposed to rebuke as humans, as children of God. We need to stick. I mean, we've been, I think, as conservatives and Christians, we've been accepting, but I think we've gotten to the part where, I hope this isn't taken out of context, but we've been too accepting. We do have to stand strong in our morality, and we will be attacked, and it's going to happen. You know, God says, you're not above your master, and your master was crucified, your master was persecuted. We are not above him. We will face that, but not in the depths that he did. He died for us. He paid our penalties. He did that for us. So that's where we need to put our strength in. That's where we need to put our efforts in. We need to surround ourselves with each other and hold tight. You know, we've built this family online, and you know, we're together almost, you know, every night and talking about, you know, politics and what's going on in this world. And you know, I just want to say it now. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys have been great. You've been supportive, and God's been really working on me through this, and He's been putting some pressure on me to do this because I wanted to bring this to light and bring this to everybody's attention, that this is really going on and this is acceptable, and people are looking at it as it's okay, it's normal. It's, you know, this Me Too movement and the empowering of women, and it's not the empowering of women, it's the empowering of demons. It's the empowering of Satan that we really need to understand and get far away from it as we possibly can, and pray for the ones who are practicing this. I mean, you know, this man needs prayer big time. You know, he's wearing more makeup than, you know, a Kardashian, probably all the Kardashians combined. And that, you know, he believes what he's doing is right, and he believes what he's doing is good. You know, and as we move closer to Halloween, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is going on, and bring it to your attention, and we can rally around and, you know, make others aware. You know, this is what we need to do. I wish I could. I'm not set up quite yet, so I can take other people on. I'm just doing this from my iPad, so. Yeah. Kristen, yeah, you know what? I have to tell you guys, I really feel like I'm getting attacked lately. This week, I was on my way to the doctor's, and I was, you know, living in Southern California. Being in traffic is pretty much most of the time, but I actually wasn't in traffic. I was bebopping down the freeway, and boom, I got rear-ended, and it, you know, my neck is, I already was in an accident before, and so my neck is really stiff and it hurts, and I think it was just the shock of it too. And about a month prior to that, my mom was having a garage sale, and some man was pulling up to her driveway, and he was an older gentleman, and his foot slipped off the brake and hit the gas. By the grace of God, I do not know why I didn't get hurt worse than I did. He actually knocked my mom's wall off the foundation. He plowed a bunch of stuff back into the garage, and there was a circle around me with nothing. And my hand was hurt, and my ankle was sprained, but that's all that happened. And there was 3 little kids in there, and nobody was seriously injured. But you know, it's just, this is right after the Chelsea Clinton incident, and I was feeling like, wow, I made an impact. My voice does mean something, and you know, it's just, you know, and it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen again, but you know, just hang on, stay strong with each other. But I didn't tell you guys this story to feel sorry for you. I'm just telling you that, you know, be aware that, you know, we get our strength through God, and He's going to protect us. So, you know, there wasn't much damage to my car. You know, I'm sure, you know, some nice massages, and, you know, a couple of days I'll get my neck back in order. But, you know, it's just the way it is. You know you're doing good if you're getting attacked, I think, sometimes. Yeah, I think singing a worship song when we're creeped out, that works for me. That totally works for me. There's been times that I've been creeped out. Yeah. Thank you, Kristen, for your prayers. I really, really appreciate that. You know, this is in the Bible, it states that when it gets closer to the end, there is a war going on, and there is a war going on. Antichrist isn't here yet. when we are caught up in the rapture, the Antichrist will be thrown down. And that's when this will all happen. But right now, they're getting stronger, and but that's exciting because the stronger they get, the closer we're getting. So I'm just totally excited. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. And I don't know if Mo's going to go on tonight. Maybe Mo and I'll have a chit chat. But tomorrow, I got some really good information about Khashoggi that gets a lot deeper than the Saudis. It's some really interesting stuff, but I wanted to confirm the information before I shared it. Oh wow, Kristen. I'm sorry about your finger. Glad it's okay. Yeah, it's so yeah, there's some more stuff going on with Khashoggi, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East. So I'll get you guys all caught up with that. But anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys. I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Bye.